Testing, check 1 2 testing. Man, what's good YouTube? It's a wanna be trader man and I'm back. The goal for this video, is to keep it short and sweet. The last video was 45 minutes long, so I'm hoping that I can shorten this video by like 66%. Basically, I'm gonna just get right into it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and then let me, I guess, just enjoy, man. I'm gonna have for you here a trade breakdown, and we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna let you know my thought process. If I can, I'm gonna do my best to kind of give you some tips and tricks. And hopefully, y'all can watch the growth with me. We have the let's just get right into it. Piggybacking on the last video, I went into kind of went in depth about the trade I took the day prior. I didn't trade yesterday, but I did manage to get a video out for you. However, I do have a trade for you today, and it's the GbpUsd trade breakdown. Also, this trade is going off of yesterday, so if you didn't already, please go watch yesterday's video. If you have to, feel free to break it up just because the video is fairly long. So I'm gonna hopefully get this one down to like around 15 minutes or so, 15-20 minutes, and really no longer. But yeah, so basically what I have for you guys today is the GbpUsd trade breakdown. What we went over yesterday was, if you notice on the 4-hour time frame, you had an inverted head and shoulders, okay? So here's the head. Here's the head for you guys, right? Oh my God, it's white. Guys, it's white. Here's the head, right? Here's the left shoulder, and here's the right shoulder. Yeah, so that's that. What's important to remember though, if you didn't already, do your research on NFP and what NFP does to the markets. And I say that because NFP set the tone, right? This whole movement right here was NFP, right? And basically what that kind of indicated to me was that we're going up. Like, at least for this specific pair, we're going up. Anything with USD in front of it, you're probably going down. But yeah, so that set the tone. What I did yesterday, right, was on the 4-hour. This is the 4-hour time frame, by the way. I marked off I marked off the neckline specifically for the head and shoulders, right? It's this line right here. And then this line, I can't remember what that line specifically was for, to be completely honest with you. What is that line for? I believe it was the break. No, that line was the retest line. And why I say that was, just because it's an inverted head and shoulders doesn't mean that this zone doesn't have to come back and get retested. So I caught the pattern on the 4-hour. Usually I use the 1 hour. I analyze my trades on the 4-hour as well, but like my 1 hour is for like the more precise zones, more precise entries, etc. And then obviously like I enter on a 15-minute retest. And yeah, so today we caught about 30 pips, 300 points to be exact. And I know it looks like this. However, I did not lose this trade. And I kind of go over like my thought process, kind of what happened, why I pulled early, etc. So basically, this line right here is just a little like mini support line. It also, however, though, this line, it was a zone I marked off previously, and it goes back it goes back at least to October 12th, whenever the hell that was. It was a Thursday. Okay, yeah, so October 12th on Thursday. So, it's supposed to be a zone really, but like a line so much as well. Right now we're consolidating on the 1-hour time frame along with, I believe, the 4-hour time frame. Some consolidation on the 4-hour time frame. But here's how this trade planned out, right? So you have the neckline of the head and shoulders. That was TP1. And why I say that is because when I planned this trade yesterday, go watch the previous video if you haven't already. I knew it had to come back and retest to create a right shoulder. However, what I didn't take into account though was when I took this trade, what I did not take into account. So I woke up at about 5:30 this morning. I was on the markets at pretty much 5:30 only because I planned this trade the night before. So I didn't really need to get on my computer. I just needed to look to see if it hit my zones. So you have This was my main zone. This was my main zone that NFP set, or that NFP kind of helped me with. This was a really big liquidity zone. I knew if it came down here that I'd be taking a buy. So I took a buy the day prior. Not yesterday, but what's today? Thursday. I took a trade Tuesday. I missed Wednesday. I did take a buy as well as today. This zone was pretty much like that retesting of the low zone. I know that we're going up, right? So I knew that anytime it came close to this zone, we're buying. And that's pretty much what I did. Tuesday, I bought. Today, I bought. However, what I did not take into account was the retest. This is the high, right? So you have a high here. I bought in specifically. Like, I woke up, I pretty much bought in right at 6, right? I mean, it was like 5:58 or something. This candle was rejecting, so I bought in. Or no, I'm sorry. It was this red candle right here, this red candle. So I bought in, right? Boom. What tends to happen is I tend to get a little nervous. I go in with a little more than I should. Probably recommend going in with margin-wise. However, I've already set my mind on that 20% mark or whatever. I've already set my mind on a risk percentage rather than a number, simply because as your account grows, if you're only risking, say you only have $100 and you're consistently risking $5, like, you're not gonna get very far. Another thing that's important to note is that with this trade, I was a little nervous about the stop loss, simply because my account is not that big. And so with a really big stop loss like this, 30 pips, I mean, it's not big for a lot of people, but for this specific account it is. I was risking a lot, but I did know, remember, I was confident though, that we're at a right shoulder. You know what I mean? So I saw the rejection. I bought in, 6 o'clock hit, trade took off. The only reason I really gave it room to breathe is because, shout out to Swaggy C. You can't always get away with that 10 to 15 pip stop loss. You need more. So that's kind of why I did that. Was simply because I need to give the market room to breathe, right? So you have an inverted head and shoulders here. This was TP1. My trade like main take profit was up here. This was TP1 simply because I entered down here. If I could, it was nice to get up here. However, we had news strike around, I believe it was like 11 or something like that, and 12 o'clock as well. We had a speaker. Also, I don't know if y'all been keeping up with that, but like on Twitter, I saw, I guess, that protesters rushed the stage in the middle of his speech. So yeah, it kind of cut his speech short a little bit. I'm not exactly sure how that affects the market. But my trade pretty much kind of looked like this. I mean, I got out at like 30 pips or so. So yeah. And I didn't take into account, however, normally I would. I guess you could say I kind of rushed this trade a little bit, but profit is profit. That's why I'm not too mad. Because I didn't realize, like, while I was in the trade, that we could possibly be retesting highs, and that, so like, okay, cool, it rejected this zone or whatever. Now it just needs to go up, and that was the only thing on my mind, was if we came down here to create a right shoulder, it's going up, and that's pretty much what I did. Took stop loss at about right here ish. So also what happened was I instead of completely pulling out of the trade like I normally would, I moved stops to break even and took partials. And by partials, I mean I took about 80% of my trade out, or what I was in profit for. I took about 80% of that out. So I didn't take into account, though, that while the trade was playing, that we possibly are retesting highs. And so, I mean, I got out at a really good time, right? The tip of the iceberg before the flood. So that was nice. However, if I was on my P's and Q's in my original setting, etc., I probably would have took that into consideration, pulled out, and then sold as well, because we had news, we had a speaker, and then just overall like market analysis. Like, this is a retest of previous highs. We're going down. Now, though, we're consolidating at this zone, which is kind of nice because, you know, like I said, NFP set the tone. Like, we're going up, gang. So yeah, I got in, made a decent, I guess you could say a decent little profit. It's nice though, because it's nice to see, like, how like the work that I'm putting in kind of paying off a little bit. It would have been nice to catch. So I guess you could say I caught the retracement, but it would have been nice to catch that downward move. I mean, for even 60, because that was my original. Like 65 was my original, so it would have been nice to catch that. And yes, I have done that before, where I will get in on the trade, be betting on the retracement, get out, and then catch the actual move, if that makes sense. So like this is, for example, this was the retracement, and I've done this before, but I was not on my P's and Q's today. I would get in, catch a retracement, and then just downward, just or catch the opposite move, etc., whatever. Um, and yeah, so I mean that's kind of how that went. It like there's really not much to it. I guess we can. Um, I mean, I was hoping to kind of see it come up to here. It did really get to my halfway mark, and when I saw that it got to my halfway mark, that's when I pulled partials and then moved stop loss to a little above break, a little above, just to kind of help counter for the fees and stuff. But not much to it, to be honest with you. Do I still believe that we're going up? Yeah. This is GbpUsd. Let's here. So while okay, so that's kind of how that went, right? Inverted head and shoulders on the just a kind of quick recap. Inverted head and shoulders on the 4-hour time frame, right? Support and resistance is another thing that's really important. Support, right? Resistance. I guess you could say that that's support because it acted like it, but then you had a break of structure, which was a little upsetting. So that's fine. That's whatever. But the resistance, I thought that at this right shoulder, it was going to break through, which is why my TP was so high. I just didn't take into account news and then how that could play into effect and everything. Granted, I don't normally keep up with news. The only one that I really keep up with is probably NFP, CPI, and FOMC, just because those are the big movers. I tend to actually avoid FOMC just because of how volatile, how crazy things get. But for example, for example, NFP, when NFP took off, this is exactly where it was at, right? 6 o'clock, it was up, and there was no coming down, at least for the day. NFP. Did I say CPI? I meant NFP, if I did say CPI. But, like, NFP came, as soon as it hit 6 o'clock, it was up and out of there. And unfortunately, I didn't get to partake in that one, but I will the next time, and I most likely will be live streaming. I will be live streaming that NFP release. It's the first Friday of every month. If you, I guess, need to be reassured or something. So yeah. I guess, okay, so let's go ahead and plan. While I still have some time, I guess we can go ahead and plan tomorrow's trade. I really do want to get in on a trade just because I'm down some, not a lot. I mean, I made profit, but I do have a goal every day. Everybody should have a goal. I think one of the most important things while you're learning is risk management. It's important to understand that if you start to get a little too scared, if you start to focus on the markets a little too much, it's probably best that your emotions should never play in your trade. It should be your mindset, your analysis, your game plan, all of those things. But your emotions should never get too wrapped up into the trade, simply because when your emotions start to get attached, you start to get too attached, and that's when the revenge trading comes in. That's when you start taking trades back to back, losing back to back to back, etc. And it's just not a good look for anybody. So yeah, I do. Please excuse the lack of energy, man. I'm tired, bro. I don't know if y'all can tell. I know it's not that late. It's just I be getting up early lately, and I just get tired. So yeah, but let's go ahead and let's see what we can plan out for tomorrow. Me frankly, overall for GbpUsd, I'm gonna keep this zone. I'm gonna keep that line, but everything else can go just because it's not as important anymore. I mean, I want to keep nah. We'll go ahead and get rid of that one too, just because break of structure after the like after the pattern has performed, a break of structure after the pattern is not important. Hold on 1 second, cause things are getting a little hot. Hold up. I'm not a fan of that. Hopefully things cool down a little bit, cause damn, like I don't know if y'all can tell, y'all can see my screen lagging and shit, bro. But damn. So yeah, basically, I don't like how this is looking. I know that if I really genuinely chose to, I could probably trade it. It's for me personally right now, the smart decision would be to avoid that. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and move out of that market really quick. Let me find something else. My two pairs right now have really just been GbpUsd and EURUSD, just because like those are just my two pairs right now. So yeah, like right here we have a zone, CPI zone. Or wait, hold on. Damn it, I keep saying CPI. Sorry, guys. I mean NFP. That's the 1 hour whatever. This is a zone. A rejected. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going up. Let's see here. Yeah, see. So I mean, I'm not surprised that we're in a consolidation right now. I mean, upwards consolidation, but it's still consolidation. Like, it could still break out to the downside. And the only reason I say that is because do your research on your chart patterns. Like, that's the only reason I say that, gangster. It doesn't get better than that. Like, I've spent ages. I don't have them posted. I've thought about having them posted, but I don't. I think that it's gonna go down for a second. It could possibly come down to this bottom zone right here. The likelihood of that happening, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I mean, this 4 hour candlestick ends in an hour and 42 minutes, so at 11, I believe is what it is. Yeah, at 11. So, and the fact that it's not green after this green candle right here, it's not concerning, because if you just you just have to learn how to adjust to your markets. It's really what it is. Like, there's nothing else to it. Hold on, give me 1 second, because I'm getting a phone call. Hold up. The only reason I'm avoiding this right this second and not creating a biased prediction is because, like, I feel like it'll end up going down first. But let's say, all right, so for starters, if I were to take this trade, this would probably be where my TP is. Okay? I would like to see rejection. I would like to, see, come London session, this would probably be a good time to, damn. Should I trade London session? I don't know. Yeah, see, so I mean, cool, 55 pips. I'll probably get it at like the 40, I'll say the 45 mark, just to where the build up and stuff is, because it can always reverse and stuff on you. I want at least a 1 to 3. This is perfect. This will give me enough room. Oh my goodness, it'll give me enough room to go in with a little more. You feel me? So, what I would like to see tomorrow is it go up, however long, come down, reject, go up, and then come back and retest that previous low. So what I would like to see is something like this. Oh, at 6 o'clock, London and New York do clash. So what I'll end up looking what I'll probably most likely end up looking for is something like this. Okay, boom, retest. This is for London right now. This is for New York. Boom, retest, and then bow. You feel me? Like, that's something along the lines. It could happen down there. It could happen up here. Whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect just like that. However the case may be. I say that simply because, like, let's take a look here. Like, let's say this bottom zone was your TP, right? This is the start of London session, right? Okay, retest, enter. Okay, then you get like what, a cool 30 let's say this is the start of London. You get a cool 30, well, not even. You'll get a cool 25 pips. It'll come back up, swing high, and really hit the lows. And that's why I say that. So this is a new swing high, but we do have a shit. I think that may or may not be a break of structure. But we are in a zone, so I still believe it's going up. Right this second, probably not. But eventually, yes. But to get a better idea, right? And here's why I say this. So you have a high. Okay, so you have a low, right? Then you have a high and a low, lower high, lower low, higher high, right? These are for swings, right? And now you have same low so far. Doesn't mean that it won't go lower. Doesn't mean that, like it's all based off probability and prediction. But now you want to see something like, okay, retest of previous lows right here. Right now you want to see something like blow, you feel me? And then just blow, you feel me? And then just, yeah. Oh my God, get the fuck off my screen. But yeah, except you have this huge rejection. So it's just a matter of what we see tomorrow. I'll keep you guys updated, but in the meantime, I want to keep this video short, so just bear with me. In the meantime, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, man. Hopefully I did a better job at explaining this time. Remember, is what's important. Also, I highly recommend, if you guys don't have a journal, please get one. I dedicated a decently nice journal to my trading, because this is my craft. This is something that I enjoy, something I take passion in. So yeah, I highly recommend, if you guys don't, to journal. I mean, I barely just started a couple weeks ago, and I see the benefits. I see where it can help. I see where, my flaws when I do mess up. It's all a part of the journaling. It's in the journal. I can go back. I can see what I messed up on, etc. Then on and so forth. But other than that, I don't want to keep this video moving any longer than it has to. I do appreciate you guys tuning in, man. I'm just a little out of it today. Woke up, didn't take my nap like I normally would. Waking up at 5:30, I'd have a long day, come home, take a quick 30-minute nap. Sometimes it turned into like an hour or two, I ain't even gonna lie. But to be real, I don't even like taking naps, bro. I really don't. That shit is ass. I hate it. But yeah. So, I mean, there's really nothing else to it. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Don't forget to live, love, and don't laugh until your trade hits TP. Stop playing with me. Other than that, for me, I like to go back. I like to see the progress, see where I messed up on, and plus, if you're able to explain it, then you actually understand it. And it's just everything that I'm doing. I'm not just doing so that you guys can learn off me. I'm not doing it so he's trying to show off, or he's trying to, no, bro. You're not seeing my profits. My account is small. I'm not trying to show off anything. I'm just trying to share. I'm just trying to share my love for the craft and the passion. But yeah, there's not really much else to it. I do it for me, really. But I mean, if I get some views off of it, then okay. Other than that, you guys have a great night, man. It is currently 9:30. So yeah, you guys, man, have a good night. I'll catch you later, bro. I don't have an outro yet, so I do apologize, but see you next time. And other than that, you guys have a good night. Peace out, man, 'cause I'm tired.